What's up everyone, Thursday Thoughts today, and today I'm going to talk about the Royal Marines, specifically how I prepared for training and how I got fit enough to get through training altogether. Now, I was really young when I signed up. I signed up on the day I was 15 and 9 months. Now, that roughly was in between, it was the 6 weeks holidays of school in between year 10 and 11. So I signed up then, and then I had a whole year before I could even join. So the process for me took a little longer than most people because at the training at the careers office they prolonged the selection just so that they knew that I was still interested. I had 2 interviews, even though I didn't fail the first one. He just said he wanted to get me back just to see if I was still interested after I finished school, which was nice. But we won't talk about that. We'll talk about what I did to train right now. So I did one of three things when I got out of school, because obviously I was training while I was still in high school. So the one of three things, the first one would be a simple run. I would go to Hollingworth Lake, which is around 2 miles all the way around, and I would run around it one to two times. I'd run around as fast as I can. I'd try and get 3 miles under 20 minutes, and then the last mile would be more like a jog, just a warm down. Sometimes I'd run around twice just as fast as I can. Sometimes I'd just do it once as fast as I can. But the emphasis on trying to get the miles under 7 minutes, just being as quick as you possibly can. It's only 3 miles. It's not that far. No weight was on them runs. I would just do it in my trainers, shorts, t-shirt. I would just run as fast as I can. That was the first option that I had. The second option was I would go to the gym. So what I would do is the gym was roughly 1.5 miles from my house. I would run to the gym, train as hard as I could, doing pull-ups, press-ups, and sit-ups. Sometimes I'd do exercises to kind of buffer them. So to help my press-ups, I would do bench press. To help my pull-ups, I would do lat pull-down. You know, all the different types of exercises you can do on machines or with free weights that would buffer your body weight exercise. So I would also sometimes run on the treadmill when I was there. I would try my 1.5 miles, try and get it under 10 minutes. I would basically just do that over and over again. Very repetitive, but it was really helpful. And honestly, every time I'd run there, I'd walk back as well. I wouldn't run back from the gym. I'd just do the 1.5 miles run there. Maybe I'd run 1.5 miles on the treadmill, but I would always walk back. It was very rare that I would run. I did do it a few times, but it was more emphasis on the weight training and the body weight exercises. The pull-ups were very trained upon quite a lot, because I think pull-ups are one of the most important parts of training. So I did that quite a lot, and then I'd come home and I would stretch, and it was as simple as that. The third option I would do, which is probably the more intense, is I would put a backpack or a Bergen, we'd call them, on my back. I put around anywhere between 20 to 35 pounds in that Bergen. I would run from my house to my grandparents' house down the canal, and that was roughly around 12 to 14 miles. I would just put the backpack on as soon as I finished school, and I'd just start jogging. And I'd jog and jog and jog until I got there, take it off. I wasn't looking for time or anything like that. I was just looking to toughen up my feet, to toughen up my back, because obviously I was so young and I was still growing. And I was just trying to get used to having weight on my shoulders and running for long distances. Sometimes I'd walk in certain parts and then I'd run again. It was kind of like a speed match per se. But I wasn't looking for time, like I said. It was just straight 12 to 14 miles. I can't remember exactly how long it was. And I'd get to my grandparents, take a shower, and then get a lift home from my parents. And that was kind of just the endurance aspect. So the first option was sprinting the 3 miles as fast as I could. The third option was a tiny bit of cardio, but mostly weight training and body weight exercises, emphasis on body weight. And then the third one was a run with a weighted run for a long distance, not worried about time, just worried about your endurance and your body as a whole, and making sure it's tough enough to endure the endurance. They were the three main things. Now, what I was looking for was I was looking to get my 3 miles as close to 20 minutes, if not under 20 minutes, if I could. I was looking to get as many press-ups as I could in 2 minutes, trying to get at least over 50 to 60, trying to get at least over 80 to 90 sit-ups in 2 minutes, and I was looking to get at least 7 strict pull-ups. When I mean 7 strict pull-ups, I mean all the way down, your arms completely locked out, and then all the way back up, head up, your chin over the bar, and at least 7 clean. If I didn't get any of that done, I wouldn't have got through training. Now, that's just the training aspect for it, and I see the training aspect as just kind of like 1/3. Your fitness is kind of like 1/3 of what you need to get through training. The rest of it is all mental, I think, and I had to make sure that I had a good year of constantly looking up information, constantly preparing my mind for what I could have been putting myself into. And that's not just training either. That's post training. You know, you're going to be abroad. You're going to be on operations. You're going to be in very, very horrible situations that you might not really realize how horrible they are until you are in them situations. So to prepare myself for this information, at the time a DVD came out, or a TV show called Commando on the Front Line, by it was by Chris Terrell, I think the name. Chris Terrell. The guy's awesome, 55-year-old, and he even tried the commando test. Very, very good. This is a great documentary. It was basically filmed like a year before I went into training, so at the time it was very current. Obviously, it's going to be pretty old now compared to what the training is, but highly recommend watching this. I'm pretty sure it is on YouTube, although I'm not emphasizing on illegally watching it. I would highly recommend investing the money into this DVD because Chris Terrell did an amazing job. If you don't want to use the DVD, there is also a book version. Amazing book. You know, I read this from page to page numerous times. I got it from my parents in 2007. I don't know if you can see that. Thank you, Mum and Dad. And here as well, because I kept it, is my train ticket to go to training. So long time ago, but it's nice to keep them memorabilia. If you do everything I say, make sure that your mindset is on point. Make sure you are well aware of what you're going to do. Making sure the physical aspects, the press-ups, pull-ups, sit-ups, the run times, they're all in check. That's a must. If you don't have any of them in check, then don't even think about going in the Marines, because, like I said, the training aspects is just a third. The rest of it is mental. If you do all that and you get through training, you will earn your Green Beret. There's mine right here. I keep mine at all times. I have a little box with my DVD, my book, my Green Beret, my Commando dagger, and a few other little things. Little Commando action, man. T-shirt, Royal Marine T-shirt and stuff like that. I keep them all in a little box. And you will earn a Green Beret if you work hard, if you put your mind to it, and if you don't stop. Just don't stop. Just realize every time you're waking up, it's go, go, go. And I'm not just talking about the fitness. I'm talking about your admin, your personal admin, your locker, your bed, you know, your routine, your notes, during lectures, you're staying awake, you're not falling asleep. Everything. You've got to work extremely hard. And this is not easy. I need to repeat this. This is not easy. It took me nearly a year of training to get through it. Okay, so don't think this is just going to be some walk in the park where as long as you're fit you can get through it, because that's not the case. A lot of it is up here. Alright, so I hope that helped a lot. I know there was a few people that commented on my last Marine video about what they needed to do and they wanted to join. I hope this helped a little bit. If you have any more questions, comment down below and I will make another video on the Marines if you want me to. So yeah, I'll see you next time. Peace.